Good morning, myself Alex, and I am discussing about Tata Finance case. In this case, the mainly we discussing about the inside trading, and this case all about the inside trading. First of all, let us discuss the company info. Okay, Tata Motors Finance Limited. Tata Finance Limited is initiated in 1984 as a auto financing division of Tata Industries, and in April 1st, 2005, it is combined with the Tata Motors, and now it is Tata Motors Finance Limited. It was one of the business strategy by combining its unserving industry model with a seller-oriented trade bureau of the higher purchase credits. And the Tata Motors Finance Limited solution is fully owned subsidiary of Tata Motors Finance Holding Limited, and their core investment company held 100% by Tata Finance Limited. And now we are going through the case. What was the case all about? The case was starting with Nishkalpa, which is wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Finance Limited, and it is one of the listed company in stock market. And when on March 31st, 2001, Nishkalpa, which was incurred a huge loss. The loss is about 79.37 crores, and this bound to affect the profit of entire Tata Motors Finance Limited. So it was aligned that Pendse in 2001 has facilitated the sale of 1 lakh shares of the company worth rupees 69 lakhs held by then Director J.E. Talikur and his family while he was in the possession of unpublished price information. And the Director J.E. Talikur, he was now the former director, and this was basically the unpublished price sensitive information which Pendse was aware of, and the information was only disclosed to the public on April 13, 2001. So the information received by the Pendse on March 31st, and these were disclosed to the public by April 13. So in between 1 month, the Pendse manipulated the get all the information about the company, and he sell his shares, about 1 lakh of his shares sell with a 69 lakhs, and which make a loss to the company about 79.37 crores. And so thus any transaction by an insider between the period of March 31st and April 13, 2001 was bound to fall within scope of inside trading. So in between this month he get all the information and he sell his shares. It is illegal, and Dilip Pendse passed this information also his to wife as well as his father-in-law, and by this information they sold about 2,90,000 shares of Tata Motors Finance Limited. And now then the profit of the company suddenly fall down, and SEBI was invested why this happened, and from this investigation they find that Dilip Pendse is the main victim for this, and it concluded that SEBI used unpublished price sensitive information. He avoided losses from the information. He avoided his loss, but which is entirely affect the public. They lost due to this action of Pendse. The public get huge loss as well as the finance Tata Finance also get a huge loss, and he was found guilty and punished. Penalty of rupees about 5 lakhs was imposed on each Dilip Pendse, his wife, and Nalini Properties Limited. And this was perhaps the simplest case of inside trading, and which was successfully handled by SEBI and faced no difficulties in punishing the offenders. And when the case is investigated, it is found that he is made this and SEBI give a penalty of 5 lakhs to Dilip Pendse and his wife, and in June 2000 he finally bought Pendse and 3 other entities from the capital market for manipulated the time of from right issue starting in 2001 starting its order. And the watchdog has imposed 3 years of ban of Pendse, and by this action they get a ban of 3 years, and as well as A.L. Shilotri, former CEO of company subsidiary of Nishkalpa Investment and Trading, he also get this ban. And besides, the department would be the place of 2 firms, Part Financial Consultant and Superior Financial Consult Services, and concerning the misstatement made in the letter of offer pertaining the rights issue regarding the account of Nishkalpa, it can be concluded that affairs of the company was mismanaged and commit fraud on investors. So from this case we can clearly understand that there is a manipulation happened, that was insider trading, and they use the unpublished sensitive informations for their own benefits, and this will cause the organization and public a huge loss. And after this it is known that he was suicided. Dilip Pendse was suicide, and in the suicide there was a suicide note which Pendse had written that no one should be blamed for the extreme step he had taken. He was frustrated due to legal cases going against him and thus decided to end his life. And he also mentioned in the suicide note that his last rites should be carried out in Pune. After this case all about, he committed suicide, and by this action, the insider trading, SEBI put lots of guidelines for the prohibition of insider trading, and the first one is prohibition. And these guidelines are set in 2015, and this was a more stricter and more focused regulatory regime, and have put in a place a stronger legal and enforcement framework for the prevention of insider trading. And it is also the penalties imposed under the Companies Act 2030 and SEBI Act 1992 for the non-compliance and contravention of these regulations are huge. And the first guideline for the prevention was prohibition of all designated persons for exercise of employee stock option plan (ESOPs) during the trade window and closure period. And also there shall be prohibition on designated persons of exercise ESOP for the 6-month sale of shares and vice versa. There shall be no contract trade even in the case of ESOP, and every employee shall disclose to the company details of the trade within 2 days of the transaction. And if the value of the securities traded in one or a series of transactions in calendar quarter exceeds does not exist if exceed 10 lakhs, and the trading window shall close adopting the considering the financial result and other unpublished price sensitive information matters. The trading window shall close when the compliance officer determines that designated person or class of designated person can reasonably be expected to have possession of unpublished price sensitive information, and if any designated person or his or immediate relative intends to trade in security exceeding market value of rupees 42 lakhs during the calendar month, then she should apply to the compliance officer for the pre-clearance. And from these guidelines, the organization every organization gets positive as well as negative effects. When we discussing about positive effects, after they setting the guidelines, the company widened the definition. The scope of insider connected person is significantly widened, which is likely to increase the public confidence of companies, and companies benefit from the level of playing the field of provided. And also it creates a positive effect that providing a framework by SEBI or insider trading, it allows the company to be in the line with the corporate governance, and the companies will themselves determine what information to be disclosed and communicated with the public, as well as what should not be disclosed. And it also incorporate due diligence. And there are some negative effects are happen due to these new guidelines, and one is that it is increase the burden of maintaining a record of information to prove any allegation of misuse of sensitive information fall on the company. And company also have identify the people who handle sensitive information, sensitize them how to handle such informations. And if any transactions are aborted after unpublished price sensitive information has already have been shared, then it is considered as an illegitimate. And this case all about insider trading and how the insider trading may happen and adversely affect all the society as well as the company. And this case help the SEBI to understand what are happening what are the loop points in the insider trading and how it is exploiting by the insiders. So this case helps to strengthen the rules by the SEBI. That's all about. Thank you.